Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world, and that's our job.
You have to make it. Chill. What up, DMV? We getting money, whole time, fucking bitches, whole time, rapping DC, whole time. We getting money, whole time, fucking bitches, whole time, rapping DC, whole time. Your shine, whole time, whole time, doing this, whole time, whole time, whole time, doing this, whole time, whole time, whole time, doing this, whole time, man, you're back, whole time, doing this, whole time.
Kickback, guys. JB, what's the name of the podcast?
Nigga, it's a pod named Kickback. A pod named Kickback. It's like a Tribe Called Quest.
You say the whole thing. Welcome back to a pod named Kickback. As JB just told you, it's like a Tribe Called Quest. You say the whole thing. I'm no breaks new, the righteous ratchet. If you throw it, I catch it. If you got it, I match it. Each and every week, we right back at it. I am the Black Savage, the Magneto of my people, and my people is the evil. I got my 23 in me. It's 23 in you. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But J. Lou, what's goody?
Straight to the point, J. Lou, man. We here, man.
Yes, sir. J. Lou, what it do?
We made it.
Man. We got this is a hell of a show. Every topic on here I'm fired up about, and I'm definitely loving the new segment, Kickback Conversations, where we just start off and just have a conversation. It's not a topic. It's not a story of the week. It is an idea. It is a concept. It is a convo motherfucking station. And before we get into that, I want to first, fucking man, let's get right into it. I'm going to go into the high-low, man. We don't have no sponsors this week. No sponsors this week. Going to high-low.
Now, high-low. Who wants to go first?
In fact, I will. I'll do that. I'll go first. My high of the week we're going to talk about in Kickback Conversation. That's me getting my 23andMe results, learning my tribe, and really connecting with a part of myself. And I'm gonna tell you why that's so significant for me. That's my high of the week. Getting that back, reading through it, seeing all the things that's in my DNA, getting that understanding of where I'm from, specifically with us as Black people in America, American descendants of slaves. We don't really get that opportunity. We haven't forever. We just know we from Africa somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Now I know, and I'm gonna share that with you guys in the next segment. My low. That's a harsh thing to say, low. I tell you what had me feeling the way, I put it that way. First, happy birthday, Aunt Joyce. This is my Aunt Joyce's birthday. And for those who follow the podcast, follow me, you know I lost Aunt Joyce last year. That shit was crazy. Aunt Joyce, JB, my Mima, my little cuz. Crazy year. But today is her birthday. March 3rd, as we record live on Sunday night. And it's the first one without her, so that's kind of hit me a little differently. She's been on my mind all day, and so that's kind of where I'm at. I wouldn't call that a low,
Right.
But it's
Yeah, time for reflection. And it brings up all the types of emotions. The happy, the sad. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of a range of emotions that you go through with that, especially when you lose somebody that matters and played a significant role in your life. So it's supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ain't feel the way I feel the way.
Right. Yeah, for sure. No, what's your high low, J. Lou?
High low. I messaged you earlier this week about the car. Man, that junk cost me like $700-800. I had to get a fuel pump, a new battery, an oil pressure sensor. But Dan came through, took care of it. Luckily I work from home, so he's able to take care of it while I was, during the day. So it was like 2 or 3 day inconvenience days because I had to order stuff, wait for stuff, all that good stuff. So that was, that was probably the low, just shelling out that much. High, a couple highs. I was pretty consistent working out this week.
Good shit.
Yeah. And March 1st was like my daughter's birthday, so her 6-year birthday. So had a little, spend a good amount of money this week.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, some commissions came right on time. But yeah, so I was able to do that. She had a little skate party, got a whole bunch of gifts. She's able to go to Target, get a whole bunch of stuff. Grandma sent her stuff. Like, so she got stuff I never had when I was that age. I'm like, so I had to tell my mother no. Like, nah, you ain't sending that. You ain't sending that shit here. We good. You can send her this. You can't send her this. So now overall, yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Definitely happy birthday to the princess. Man, so I'm gonna make her a Pisces. Like Andre. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up.
And like me too, fool. My joint on 11.
Oh shit, yeah. Damn. That's real.
Yeah.
Are there any other Pisces? I'm trying to think. I can't think of nobody else, but damn, damn. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah.
You all right, man. You all right. I guess
yeah, man.
Pisces is all right. I ain't know. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know.
All right.
Man, I know who ain't all right, though. This dude. Actually, we're not even going there yet, man. Hold up. No, y'all gonna do the viral story. Woo! Lord. I done try to stay away from this.
Nah, this is your uncle, ain't it?
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, keep that same energy.
Hey man, this your peoples, man. This your peoples. Now this my former HU alum. Oh man, I try to figure it out.
My left stroke just went viral.
Doggy, I have tried to stay away from the story as much as possible because I don't like gossip. I don't like rumors and innuendos and all that shit. But this shit is taking on a life of its own. This is, by literal definition, the viral story of the week. Sean Combs, man. Diddy. We all know the stuff with Cassie in the lawsuit. Then we know the producer, Little Rod, is saying he took some money from him, didn't properly compensate him. Now he's alleging that Diddy was groping his anus. I don't know how you grope an anus, but he groped his anus. He was groping his genitals. Yeah, he's saying Diddy was all over him. He allegedly woke up in a bed naked with Diddy and 2 other men. And I'm like, I don't know this dude lying and trying to get money.
I didn't see this one. I thought you was talking about I thought you would send me something about the Usher job.
Oh, you get into that too? Oh, but this part is news to you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's something you ain't talking about, man. I ain't get that part. I remember you sent me the Usher jump, but I ain't see this.
Yeah. Like Clarissa like groped his anus. Yes, Clarissa. He said he groped his anus. This is all alleged. I wasn't there. I don't know. He released the audio because he said he was running the sound. He was the engineer of the house. He released the audio of 2 men fucking. It sounds disgusting.
This is the Black Rob dude.
Yeah, well, no, Little Rod.
Little Rod. Oh, yeah. Okay.
And he's alleging that that's Diddy and Meek Mill on the audio.
Hey man, like I ain't not
Hey, Jay, I told you this week is crazy, young.
I thought you was playing.
No, dog.
I
mean, that's what he's saying. I don't know, if it's true or not. That's what he's saying. Meek Mill has been going on and actually, I'm gonna play something because I've been hearing a lot of sisters like, why Meek keep trying to deny it? Why he keep mentioning it? He must be true. Ladies, that's the most ridiculous logic ever. If you're accused of something, you don't sit back like, oh yeah, go ahead and accuse me. It's okay. You don't want that shit. You get angry. Don't accuse me of shit that I ain't do. Don't do it. Just mind, don't do it. And I want to play this because I think this explains it perfectly.
I know how he did. I've been accused of having sex with a girl I did not have sex with before. And let me tell you something. That shit is infuriating. You ever go through that? You know, it'll make you crazy. You be screaming at your best friends. I didn't touch that bitch, nigga, I'll kill you. Fuck you, nigga, I'll kill you. Please believe me. Please believe me.
And that's how Meek Mill been acting online. But I don't blame him, dog. Like I used to always say, like in a real cocky way, like nobody is ever gonna think I'm gay. I ain't got nothing to worry about. I ain't gotta say pause if I say something. Who the fuck is gonna think I'm gay? I'm not even worried about it. Like it ain't a concern of mine. But if all of my Twitter followers was treating me, talking about, "Knew you gay, we got proof you gay," I would be like Meek Mill, like, "Fuck you, I kill you. I kill you. Please believe me. Please believe me. I did fuck Diddy." I would be going crazy too, man. So I'm not mad at Meek for showing some, emotion and getting upset and being like, "What?" Like, nah. And before I go into the Meek part, we still got to finish with the Diddy part because,
wow.
So Lil Rod said he stole music from him, tried to have sex with him. Diddy's old bodyguard, Gene Deal, who's been all over the internet the last year, allegedly exposing Diddy. What'd you say?
I said I know he been on the line saying a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, and he's the one that, the lawsuit that Lil Rod puts out implicates Meek Mill. He says Diddy had sex with a male rapper from Philly who chases his dream. I think we know who that is. You know how he described Usher? I'm dead serious. Ask me how he described Usher.
Ace and House.
You know you're not supposed to say no name, so you can't say the person's name. So he described Usher as an R&B singer from Atlanta that performed at the Super Bowl this year. Nigga, we know who that is. You know it's not secret. No, it's not anonymity, dog.
He didn't say a name. Huh?
He didn't say the name. That's like, that's so wild to me. That's what I'm saying.
Tough though, because he got something to gain from it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, they don't make it not true, but yeah,
right. That's what
because he upset at him. So you know what I'm saying? Maybe he might be say something crazy, but I don't know the way you described it. Like he was pretty detailed.
It was pretty detailed, yeah. And we're implicating Usher, and then the Diddy bodyguard came on and said that he caught Diddy and Usher in compromising positions, and one time Diddy sent Usher to the hospital.
Yes, I ain't
based off of the aggressiveness of their sexual activity, and this is all alleged, but he said this shit. I mean, he said it.
Because I know he said something about he asked his mother. The comment out, so he was like ask his mother or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was like ask his mother about what happened that night. He was sent to the hospital, and I mean, I don't want to implicate all these black men, but this is what's being said, and we got to talk about what's at least being said. And now they're showing the pictures of Diddy and Meek Mill when they was dressed alike. And I thought that was odd that they were dressed alike. But if you telling me that they was dating, like, no. But you know what? I feel like I've been naive my whole career. When I was in college, high school, trying to get a record deal, people were telling me, if you sign with Bad Boy, you try to go with Diddy, you got to do stuff for him to get in. I'm like, do stuff like what? Diddy ain't gonna sign you unless you let him, he might want to suck your dick. He might not make you do nothing, but he might want to do it to you. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Y'all just always believe that bullshit industry stuff. And now all this coming out. People been saying for the last 20 years, Will and Jada are swingers. And I'm like, no, they not. Y'all made that story up. They did not go on Oprah and say that. It never happened. It never happened. Y'all are just talking. And now it's like, well, maybe they was, I don't know. And it's like people say, oh, they're chip. Don't get the vaccine. They gonna put the chip in you. And I'm like, how they finding people? Am I wrong for not believing none of these conspiracy theories? Should I believe this shit the whole time? Am I the dummy? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because, man, I was in denial about all this shit, and not even to say it's true. On a lighter note, Young Berg, the producer, says he was supposed to work with Diddy on Diddy's R&B album, and he said he sent Diddy some beats. Diddy told him he ain't like him, send him some more. He was like, "Fuck Diddy, ain't send him shit." You know, all the singers that he had auditioning the songs for Diddy, Diddy signed them to his record label, this new Love record label. So he stole all Young Berg artists and his beats and put out his album. And Young Berg was like, "So you get what you get what you deserve." The artist that betrayed me and went to him, now their label is shut down because Diddy all fucked up.
Exactly.
And Diddy stole all this shit from me. Now you're going through this. It's all payback.
Yeah, they ain't looking like a smart decision right now because they not coming out no time soon.
No time soon. Well, they might come out, but not musically. They might come out the closet or some shit, but they ain't coming out with no music. God damn, man. I don't know.
I told you earlier, I was like, when you said, I was like, man, celebrity in Hollywood has always been weird because we praise some of the stuff we praise is, you know what I'm saying? Like it seemed a little sick in itself, like how some of them people move.
Yeah.
I wouldn't look at certain things and feel like that'd be okay. You know what I'm saying? Like in my age. So I'm like, if you 50 plus and you live in a certain way, something gotta be different with you. You know what I'm saying? Like something gotta be different. So unfortunately, it don't surprise me. Like that's the wild part. Like if all of this stuff was true, it wouldn't surprise me. If the other person who said something was lying, it wouldn't surprise me. With Diddy, it's just so much stuff that's consistent in what he's, you know what I'm saying, and what they've been saying about him is kind of makes it kind of justifies it a little bit. So hopefully it's not, I know that somebody said it was some lies on one of the girls' ages with his son. That was, you know what I'm saying? So, you don't know what to believe. If somebody lying to try to get like, hey, look, man, just pay me a little bit to get me out the way. You know, you did something wrong to me, but I'm just going to over exaggerate it. It can be that. But it's so much stuff with him and he's done over the years. You know what I'm saying? Just like, look, if it's that much, it got to be some truth to it.
I mean, it got to be. Some of this shit, I mean, it's got to be, dog. And let's talk about the power play that Diddy used. That's the disgusting part. If they want to have sex, that's on them. But to prey on people like that, that's messed up. And that's kind of what I was speaking about with people telling me being a new artist. If I wanted to get a deal with Diddy, so if he's using this like, hey, you want to produce my songs? You want to be on this album? Lick my toes. That's whatever the fuck the rule is.
That's what makes it sick though. How like. You know what I'm saying? Like you utilize your position of power to do that. And a lot of people in power do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? White, black, all types of races. My issue with him is he comes to our community and speak about it a different way. And you doing, you know what I'm saying, basically the exact same thing. And you know what I'm saying, your platform and things of that nature. So, you know what I'm saying, with your power. So that's what makes me not like, you know what I'm saying, like you just like every other all of them, I can put y'all all in the same boat, but you come and play, you know what I'm saying? Like you come and play both sides though.
Yeah.
You brother love at this point. You know what I'm saying? You helping the community with this point. You know what I'm saying? It's we at this point. But then when you you know what I'm saying, when you have power, the power is like you putting people in you know what I'm saying, in those type of positions. So that's what's the thing that's, you know what I'm saying, that's not respectable. And I'm not speaking up for you, it's like it's like you said. I mean, he ain't go to the house. You know what I'm saying? He definitely went to HU. That's definitely
whoa. This guy, you gotta relax. I done heard the stories about the house. And I heard the house got a big ass closet.
Oh no, them niggas not in the closet. No. Them niggas not in the closet. Diddy. One thing about the house, like look, they you know what I'm saying? That's what they are. And they don't hide it.
You know what's crazy?
You know what? And that's what I've learned to respect. Like I don't, your preference is your preference. My issue is when you try to hide and lie and things of that nature. Now I understand the perspective of you not wanting to be judged, so that's one thing. But those people that play the closet games, you know what I'm saying, like play the I'm not gonna tell people, I'm not gonna tell the woman and all that stuff. I'm like, those are people I don't, you know what I'm saying, I have a little disdain for. Like, look, those people that come out and say this is who I am is a certain level of respect that I have for you to come out and say who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, your walk of life is your walk of life, but it's the line behind it that you know what I'm saying, that makes me, you know what I'm saying, dislike certain things.
I agree. And in some instances, I understand where some of them come from because you could be attacked.
Same
And
here.
a lot of cities, it ain't everybody business. I don't go around telling everybody, hey, I'm straight. Everybody, I'm straight. Can you hear me? You know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying. I agree with you, and I see both sides.
No. I agree with them not saying that because it's not nobody's business. My whole thing is when you say I'm not to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm only speaking from the point where you like, if you dating a woman and you never told, you know what I'm saying, you're not telling her you're doing something completely different with a different sex. Like you know what I'm saying, that's when I think is a little, you know, is a little dishonest.
There go the Queen.
Hello, I'm here.
So yeah, I saw the pull-ups too.
You did?
I said new could never.
Oh,
that sounds like a challenge. That sounds like a challenge.
You know, hey, it's March. I'm working out all month, so we're gonna see.
I saw you said. I said my man said he's getting it in.
I like that.
Yes, sir. Jackie, we are in the middle of what we talked about today, so I'm just gonna give you the floor because we've been talking about this Diddy shit.
Oh,
and we didn't kind of broke it all down.
Jackie,
that is your industry, Jackie. So we kind of broke down everything we discussed earlier. So I want to get your thoughts on all of that, and then you can help us wrap it up. So we talked about not to throw you out there. Let me see. We talked about the news with Meek, the producer Little Rob, and Woody's a legend. The Usher implications. We talked about. We didn't talk about Tiffany Red, but Tiffany Red is another person who said Diddy stole music from her. And we talked about.
I know about that.
You saw that?
Nah.
Yeah. She's a songwriter. She's saying that she didn't get paid for hardly anything that she wrote. She's written on several projects for him, apparently. Young Berg mentioned that Diddy stole some of his songs, and the artist that he had demoing the songs with Jazzy and I forget the gentleman's name, who Diddy signed to his label. So he's like, you take my artists that I have demoing songs to send out to people that are my artists, and you took them. Now they're on your Love album, they're on your Love label, and you left me out in the dust. But he's like, but it all comes back on you because look at what you're dealing with. So that's kind of what we talked about. And we're talking about were the rumors true when we was younger, always hearing the stories about Diddy being gay and all that. And then now, all of this stuff coming out, it's like, so what do we believe? What do we not believe? That audio of the two men fucking, was that really Diddy and Meek Mill? Was it not? Who knows? So that's kind of what we discussed, Jackie. So just jump on in.
So first and foremost, watching the young lady that was writing the songs for Cassie back in the day and having her own career snatched from her, like her video was heartbreaking because you just saw the pain on her face. And when she started going into, sometimes I feel like I want to kill myself. I don't know if people are after me. I don't know if I should speak. I'm hurt. And she starts crying. Like it's you can tell this is not an act. This woman has been through some things that it's very hard for her to talk about, and it takes her to a space where she gets emotional. So people like that, I definitely pray for, because under all the industry stuff, the fame and all of that, people are hurting.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of people are hurting, and a lot of people are hurting in silence. And that's very hard to deal with when you have to put on this facade in the industry and keep silent on certain things when you're around certain people. You know what I'm saying? But I have been, I'm gonna go to the left with this. So I have been tuning into Sloan Bella, the psychic. Very interesting. A lot of the stuff that she has said has been credible. You should check her out on YouTube. You should check her out on YouTube because when she did a reading on Takeoff. And it was I like what she spoke on, and she speaks about Diddy as well, but she gets more in depth of the spiritual realm. When you die, where you go, and what they saw when they died, how they got snatched, that they were in between worlds. So it's a little bit more deeper. So I like to see things like that, because how she describes the people and how a lot of these people that have passed away is because people have been wanting their energy. It's all about their energy and what they can bring as far as the energy, the influence they can have on people. And they want a piece of that energy. And a lot of people, we don't tap into the spiritual and the energy world, but she says a lot of great things.
Okay.
Oh, Bella. I never heard of her.
I heard of her. and I've seen maybe one video.
She do a psychic reading without the person there? I thought you had. You don't have to have a person there with you when you do it.
Not if they passed away.
Oh, okay.
Because I think if I'm correct, she was the one that was first doing the videos about Kim Porter.
Right.
Is that the same person?
Oh, okay. I did hear about something.
That's all I saw. But I think you actually sent me some videos. I haven't watched them yet, but I think Jackie sent me some videos on them. So I'm gonna check them out.
So she does. Of course, she's psychic, but she does what she does. A lot of people request for her to do readings on people that have passed. So she's done one on Takeoff. She's done one on DMX. The one about DMX was very interesting. And she's done something on Jay-Z and Beyonce. She's saying seeing 2036, Jay-Z gonna be the end. It's gonna be the end of Jay-Z.
The end of him?
And it's gonna his career, his hold on people. It's a lot. I can't really just tap into it, but she just speaks on that Beyonce wants things to be revealed about him. That it's gonna start in 2027, but she do see Beyonce, him and the kids leaving the country for a little bit in 3 years or so because of everything that's going on. But she said that you're gonna start seeing his downfall. But he's number 2. She said she always see the number 2 because I think the first person that's gonna have their downfall is Diddy.
Oh,
I think we're witnessing Diddy's downfall.
Right.
I really sincerely think that.
Right.
I mean, bro, going through it, dog. Like I don't think he lost all this. Oh, I wanted to ask y'all something.
I
was talking. I think it was to Clarissa about this shit. I was like, and this is just a theory, so I don't have anything to back it up. I don't have nothing. It just crossed my mind. I was like, oh shit, what if this is true? I'm not saying it is.
Okay.
Diddy was suing the company that owns Ciroc because they weren't helping him with his Deleon tequila, and he had this ugly back and forth with them. A week later, all this cashy shit started, and now it's kept going. He's had to relinquish his rights to Ciroc and Deleon because of all of this, but he was in the middle of a lawsuit against them for discrimination. Is there, not saying he didn't do it, but do you think that company put a battery in everybody's back? Like, look, we know Diddy a piece of shit. This is your opportunity. Everybody, we will pay you. We will pay for your lawyers. Everybody come get this motherfucker. Is there any chance that happened in y'all's mind?
I do believe.
Do it.
I do believe, but I think it's bigger than what we think. I think it's the higher ups, the Clive Davis, the Quincy Jones that are like, we got to stop this before it gets to our level.
Stop what? Oh, stop Diddy before he gets to their level?
No, stop what? Like, guilty by association. That's just like all three of us. It's something that you do and we're affiliated. They're going to come for me and J. Lou. You know what I'm saying? So we the top dogs. We gonna be like, huh?
Why I gotta be the one that did something? It could have been J. Lou.
This your podcast, so I gotta use you as an example. But we would use you. We would use you as a sacrificial lamb because we don't want our dirt to come into play. So we gotta make sure you go down.
I think that could be true. I think both things could be true. Like, hey, we put you in a position, but for us to have control, we got to know your dirt. That's what, you know what I'm saying? That's what that's what it is. And I think also we can kind of praise, like I remember Maya was talking about how they was asking her why she walked away and left. She's like, look, I wasn't going to deal with certain stuff. Like if I got to deal with that, I got to leave it alone. And then you remember the dude that played in Jason's Lyrics? Was it Jason's Lyrics?
Alan Payne?
Yeah.
Other one.
The dark skin dude?
Yeah, the dark skin.
And that Bokeem Woodbine?
Yeah, he had spoke a lot. He had spoke about it this week, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I had to give up a lot of stuff, because I wouldn't say yes to a lot of stuff." He said, "Now I feel at peace with it now, especially seeing what's happening." But he said, "I said no to a lot of stuff." So I think sometimes it's some of these people, they say yes to certain things, and they come with certain attachments when
and I agree with you, J. Lou, because as much as they always try to put into the industry is this, industry is that, they're gonna control you and all that, you can always say no. And we've seen artists that have done that, and they living, ain't nothing wrong with them, they're flourishing, they're blessed, they look good. So you just gotta make the decision, and you gotta live with every decision you make, whichever side.
You got to know who you are. I know who I am in every room I walk in. Whether it's all white room corporate or it's a hood ass room, I am me in every fucking room. I don't change. That could be a downfall, but I am me wherever I go. I may be a more respectful version. I might be a more corporate version, but I'm me.
Yeah,
I walk into a room, well, I'm sure these guys will try anybody. I don't think there's a limit to who they're gonna try. They're gonna try their hand. But I think that it would be very clear up front, like, well, we don't need to do business. We don't need to do anything. And I'll take my chances elsewhere. I don't want to blame the victims, but I'm gonna say this. And there isn't a room you can walk me in where someone's gonna make me change my sexuality.
Right.
There isn't a room I can go into. I don't give a fuck.
But at the same time, that's why they get these artists while they're young, because they can mold them. They can scare them more easily. And you got to think more on a spiritual thing. Kids are innocent, so they get them while they're young because they know they're innocent.
Yeah, which is why I don't respect a lot of people that date who started out dating those real young women. Right, like that's the thing that's like a trigger for me as a person with a young daughter. Certain shit trigger different. Like, why would you do? Like, I can't do certain things having a daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It wouldn't feel right. So when other men can do it, it just don't feel right.
Right.
Like when Diddy was having this conversation on what he do, what he pay, and all that stuff, like, it just didn't feel right. You know what I'm saying? It don't, and like Jackie was talking about with the young lady who was crying and felt very emotional. Like, man, somebody that's everything. Like being an artist is your everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? You were able to pivot in a way that's respectable, and because of, you know what I'm saying, the character, and we spoke about it on the front end, what Joyce instilled in you. Imagine if you didn't have an Joyce instilling those type of things in you. You might accept some shit that you wouldn't, you know what I'm saying, you're not supposed to accept. If you didn't have a strong,
those people have your best interest at heart. That's what you're thinking.
Yeah, and then some of their higher ups, even with the R. Kelly situation, you saw the parents wanting money and wanting stuff, you know what I'm saying, taking it's like when you so weak morally and ethically and character wise and integrity wise, you know what I'm saying, you'll sell whatever.
That boy J. Lou podding today. I don't know what got into you.
I love it.
Podding today.
And not to interrupt y'all, but yes, Kenneth, that is great. It's a learned behavior. Somebody did that to them. They're not the beginning or the end of this foolishness. You are correct. Are correct.
Yeah, we ain't blaming
but the thing is, are we ever going to get to the point where we cut the head off the snake?
Yeah, and I want to say this because I don't want to put this on anybody. So I'm gonna do like 5 allegedlys. If allegedly Clive Davis or someone did this to Diddy, and then allegedly Diddy did this to Usher, then allegedly Usher did this to Justin Bieber, because that's what the interwebs are saying. I mean, it feels like it's just going and going and going and going, and where the fuck does it stop? And maybe this shit with Diddy is how it stops. Maybe everybody's antennas up. Maybe the guy that was trying to get a deal with producer X is like, wait a minute, I don't want to touch your penis. Oh, fuck that shit. Don't make me Diddy you. I'll get you in court. Maybe that's how, like the Harvey Weinsteins of the world. Maybe this is finally where, people that are desperate for attention or desperate for fame, desperate for a career. I mean, I was I would have considered myself desperate to get on in the music industry. I wasn't gonna do no shit like that.
Right.
Because I still had to go, like I still had to go back to Berg, Kenneth Cromartie, and look him in the eyes, as my big homie, and I can't look at him and be like, I did some foul. You know what I'm saying? I sold my soul, and then come back to the hood and niggas looking at me like.
And the hardest person looking in the mirror is, you know what I'm saying, when you fucked up is yourself. And you know what I'm saying? Then when you had other people that, you know what I'm saying, to go back, I think I don't know what it's gonna take. I think the glorification of it is certain things is gonna matter too. You know what I'm saying? So I think, like when we glorify certain things, I think that's a key indicator of it. And then like when we gotta raise better people. You know what I'm saying? Like integrity, values, like that gotta matter. Like if that, you know what I'm saying, like it can't be cool to do that shit. It can't, you know what I'm saying? Like when you in a certain group, like I don't know no niggas that do certain stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know nobody that don't take care of their kids. I don't know nobody, you know what I'm saying, don't do, you know what I'm saying, that lie on people or that physically abuse. I don't, you know what I'm saying? It's like It's what's accepted in your group or your culture. When that's it's not accepted, it'll die off at that point. Because man, most of these people is get wits anyway.
And
right?
I'm with you, Jalen. I say two things. One, off of you saying the self-worth.
Yeah.
The beautiful thing and the sad thing about it is it starts with self. You have to be on your shit going into this industry. You can't be focused on the fame. You can't be focused on the women or the money because that come and go. You got to make sure that you are on point. So when these demons come your way, because they are coming, that you're prepared and you have the people around you that even if you do get weak, they're going to be like, nah, bro, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. This is not you. You got to have that support system. Now, on the other side, the sad part about it is we have broken souls and impressionable souls out here, and that's who they prey on because they know they can get them.
Yeah.
You got people, you got kids, you got to think, you got these young boys coming from single parent home that can't even, they watching their mom struggle. They trying to make it in the industry. And these executives see that they know your background before you even get to the office. They know what to feed you. They know what's going to make you happy. They know that's going to put that battery in your back and keep you going until they tired of you.
That might be why I ain't never go platinum, J. Lou. That might be why I was an independent artist my whole career. They looked at me and was like, you can't do nothing with Niall, Tariq, Numan, Muslim man. You can't do shit with that nigga. So don't sign him. You know what I'm saying?
Ebo.
Like, don't think about 23 and me. We get into that next.
Yes.
But I'm different. I'm Ebo. You know what I'm saying? The Magneto of my people.
Right. And one last thing, we can go on to the next thing, but it's just sad because at the same time, you're crushing people's dreams. These boys, these artists, these young women, these young men, they have worked hard on their craft. And you taking something that they put years, blood, sweat, and tears into, and you snatch it away from them, or you turn them into something that they look in the mirror one day and like, who am I? Like, what happened?
Right there, Jackie. Think about all the artists that were on Bad Boy. Think about Mace leaving and then starting a church.
Loom changed his religion. Loom changed his religion.
Got the big deal now. Shine. Like what?
Guilt will make
left.
When people switch their religion, they've seen some demons. They've got to the point where it's like, I gotta go. I gotta turn to religion because I've seen some stuff that I don't even believe.
Oh yeah, Berg. I've seen a lot of Jaguar writes shit. I always wonder how she know. I'm like, how the fuck she know that shit? Because she be knowing some deep personal shit.
Who's that?
Jaguar Wright she's an R&B singer. She was a backup R&B singer for a few different artists, and then she did put out an album that was pretty good in the early 2000s. And then she just mysteriously started making music. And then she just came back doing these, like Gene Deal, Diddy's Bodyguard. She does a bunch of interviews with people exposing. She be saying wild shit. She be like, yeah, and I remember this is what fucked me up. She said, Chris Brown was mad that Rihanna gave him herpes. He went to Clive Davis' house to beat her ass, and they stopped him, and then he beat her up the next night. And I was just like, how do you know this? Like, if it's true, if it's not true, whatever the fuck. But like, how would you know? Who told you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck?
Yes.
But she has details of stories that make you be like, what the bitch, was you in the room?
Well, you know the correlation with all of that, right?
What's that?
Jay-Z supposedly slept with Rihanna, gave her the herpes that she gave to Chris Brown.
That is what I did hear that. Now,
allegedly.
All allegedly. Don't sue me for my little $5 Patreon a month. Don't sue me. But allegedly, no one going for none of that. But it's a lot of you just look at a lot of this shit.
I mean, even looking at Tierra Marie, like when I saw her on Love and Hip Hop, I'm like, this girl done been through it, because the way she was like on alcohol and just acting out, and you start seeing like Justin Bieber, look what he went through drugs and all that. Like, these people are going, they are depressed. They holding on to some shit.
When they asked Usher why Justin Bieber didn't do the Super Bowl with him, he looked like he couldn't give the answer. He was like, I mean,
because he know the truth.
And I was like, Usher, spit it out. What happened?
What he said, did he like boil it down and basically he said no, like that?
Yeah, he said no for now. Kind of. It was a real what's the word I'm looking for? Not detailed. Is that aloof? That's not aloof. It was a real vague response. He didn't really say what happened.
Yeah.
He thought about it for a minute, made a couple faces, and then was like, you know, it wasn't the right time for him. What the fuck that mean?
I mean, let's be realistic here. Why would I want to perform with someone that took me to the person that did all the shit to me?
Man.
I mean, let's keep it real, allegedly, but let's just keep it real. Like, people got to understand this is deeper. This is mental. This is spiritual. These people's spirits are being disturbed.
Yeah, and all this shit is disturbing my spirit. I want to move on. Prayers and positive energy to everybody involved. The professional athletes go through the same shit.
I'm trying to hear this about this 23andMe.
No, let's talk about it. Man, yes. I need a drop. You know what? I'm going to use a drop. I don't know what drop I'm going to use, but we'll just this one.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
That's not like me. So now let me tell you.
That wraps up that last segment real good.
Exactly. And let me tell you exactly why it's not like me. It's not like me because I am 82% sub-Saharan African, because I am 70% West African, because I am 36% Nigerian. And my specific tribe is the Igbo people. You know what I'm talking about? Let me tell you, I'm from the west side of DC and the west side of Africa. What you know about me? What you know about me? I know who I am. That's why their little tricks wouldn't work on me. I represent the Igbo. You know what I'm saying?
So, Jay Lee, we got to get ours done this month so we can see what you know.
Sure.
What's what?
Y'all are not going to be Igbo. I hate to tell you.
Dang, don't be trying to shut us down because you got your little results back.
That's a boost. Whatever that nigga knew is, I do not want to.
All right.
Nah, cause they said, because remember the interview I saw, Diddy was Igbo.
Whoa. You gotta relax. No, sir. It's bad enough he went to Howard. Don't be adding no extra stuff to it. Oh man.
All the videos.
Oh no, well. So Berger is trying to do the math. Okay, so Berger, let me explain it to you this way. In every category, you have 100%. Mm-hmm. So you have your land of origin, 100% of that. So my land of origin is 82% of the continent of Africa that I would belong to would be the sub-Saharan, which is everything underneath Egypt. Egypt is just like if I were to do a map, Egypt is this, Africa is this, but Egypt is this, and everything underneath my thumb is sub-Saharan. So just the top crust of Africa is the north, and everything below the Saharan desert, the majority of Africa is sub-Saharan. Now, in the sub-Saharan, you have a particular region, area you're from. My region is 72% West African. Still follow me, Bergen? And then in that region, the largest portion of me is Nigerian. Not necessarily traditional Nigerian. It is very specific to the Igbo people. So you have Africa, you have sub-Saharan Africa, you have West African, you have Nigerian, but then you have Igbo, which is my particular tribe. And the thing that my highest percentage of all, what they call most likely, they have most likely, less likely, whatever. My most likely is Igbo. It's me being a part of the Igbo people. Oh, show my chart. Okay. I forgot I could do that because there is a camera right here.
Yep.
And go over the process of how you submitted it, what you had to do, and to send out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. See, I feel like y'all not gonna be able to see this shit. I'm sorry.
Blow it up.
Because it's kind of blurry because of the glare.
Yeah, that's what it is. All right.
Yeah. I can't think of another way to do it. But let me just show the graph of maybe this will work. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, so this is the chart. So this is that circle is my specific region. I know it's probably hard to see the words, but this is Nigeria. Hold up. This is Nigeria. This is where
That makes sense.
Igbo people are.
Okay.
So, and just to kind of back it out a little bit to give you another idea, let's do sub-Saharan. So, you see all that purple?
Mm-hmm.
And at the top, you see a little bit of light blue or light gray. That's above the Saharan is that. The rest of the continent is the sub-Saharan. So you see like 90% of the continent is sub-Saharan.
Yeah.
It's only a little bit. That's Egypt up there. That's Egypt and all the Nile Valley shit up there.
That's on my bucket. I gotta get to Egypt.
I'm going for my 50th birthday. I'm telling you. And then sub-Saharan, well, oh, this is even better. This is a better view of the sub-Saharan. If you can't make out what's above the purple, that's the other parts of Africa. That's the northern part. Okay. And then you would click Nigeria. And if you look here, you see that circle. Then we back down to where the Igbo people. And if you see it, if you can read it, that thing that's in circle is Igbo people.
Okay.
So that's that small region. And I'm listed as highly likely for Igbo. So I'll tell you why that means so much to me. And J. Lou, Jackie, I'm sure y'all already know. Berger, of course, knows. I think everybody watching knows if you know me. I was one of them pro-black dudes. I had the African medallion. You know, I legally changed my name to now Tariq Numan. You know, I took my Shahada, became Muslim. I'm a 5%er. Like, this is who I am. And in high school, Berger can attest to this shit. In high school, I taught a Black history class during lunch. So much so that in my high school yearbook, everybody that attended my class got a picture. My class, like you have the sports, and you have the glee club, and you have this. The class I taught, we all got a picture in the yearbook. There was a picture of me in the yearbook with all my students that was my peers, basically. That's how serious I took it. And I learned all this. I got sent to military. Well, shout out to Playmakers who taught me a lot about Black history. This performing arts group I was in. The Aunt Joyce got me in. Aunt Joyce, she knew my neighborhood. She said she's my godmother and my aunt. And she's like, it's just too wild. He gonna get into some shit. And so she took me to a play, well, all of us to like not a play, a show with these flamenco dancers. And they would dance with the clicks in their hand and this is this. And they asked for volunteers. So I threw my hand up, of course, as I know I would. And they took me on stage and I danced and I was being funny and goofy and the whole audience loved me. And then she was like, we got to do something with him. He got some talent. I had to be like 7, 8. Like, he got some talent. We got to do something with this shit. And so she put me in this performing arts group. That's where I met Kelly, who played Laura on Family Matters.
Yeah.
We grew up together. I met her there. That's where I met JB. Rest in peace, JB. Love you, bro. That's where I met Shmi and F and the whole crew through that group. And I lost my whole train of thought. What I was saying. And they had a play that we did called Black Images, Black Reflections. And it was all about Black history. And so at age 10, 11, 12, I knew more Black history than the adults that I knew. I knew everything about our people. I knew Madam C.J. Walker made the straightening comb. I knew about Matthew Henson and Harriet Tubman, Crispus Attucks, the first, I knew about the first runaway slave. I knew the first person that died in the War for Independence. I knew all this pro-Black shit, but I was still a knucklehead. And so my aunt sent me to military school because I was still acting the ass. And in military school, remember the like Grand Nubian and poor righteous teachers, all the 5 descendants of pro-Black. I went to military school with them. And they started teaching me knowledge of self. So I'm 12, 13 years old going, peace, God. I'm the sun. My Black woman is the earth. So when I came back to D.C., Bergen was like, what the fuck is you talking
wrong with
about,
you?
What are they doing?
What's wrong with this nigga? This nigga, the Black queen and the sun and the moon. The fuck? And then in high school, I had just came home from military school, so I was still kind of indoctrinated with everything I learned in military school. So I was teaching that shit. Because, think about all the pro-Black rappers. Like, we got to teach everybody. We got to teach our people. I was like a nigga that came home from jail and converted to Islam. But in high school, like, yeah, brother, we don't sell crack, brother. We gotta do this. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was like, dog. You know, I was Sharif from Menace to Society.
Yes.
I was Sharif, but I was like, but I still had like a crazy temper. And I still love pussy. So it was like, how you this pro-black nigga trying to get all the bitches and you want to fight every day? Who are you, dog? Like,
Hey, look, you
I'm so confused.
Sharif and old dog. That's what you was a mix.
I was Sharif dog. A little burger said, don't forget about today's mathematics. Yeah, in fact. So every day you would look at the the numbers, just kind of it deals with numerology. So today's date is the 3rd. This is a very simplistic day. I'm gonna make it if it was the 13th, so I can show you the depth of it. So 1 means something and 3 means something. So 1 is knowledge. That's the look, listen, learn, observe, and respect. That's the foundation of everything. That's basically observation. You know what I'm saying? And 3 would be understanding, which is the best part. Understanding is, see, 1 is knowledge. So let's look, listen, learn, observe, and respect. 2 is wisdom. That's the application of activation. That's your wise words, ways, and actions. That's you doing something. So 1 is the observation of everything. 2 is the application and doing it. 3 is the understanding. Because once you do it, whether you're successful or fail, you have the understanding. That's the best part. So we would do the math. So if today was the 13th, for example, it's knowledge, look, listen, observe, and respect, the best part. Because 3 is understanding, which is the best part. So you're doing the knowledge. You're trying to figure out the specifications of the best part. So that would be something like maybe the podcast or maybe a friendship or whatever, but you're doing the knowledge to that. And then 1 + 3 is 4, which is culture. And your culture is, it's your way of life. It's the application of activation. It is, in any room you walk into, you either acculturate or assimilate. The same thing I was saying, how like Diddy and them can never take advantage of me, because in any room you either acculturate, meaning you bring who you are into that room and you change the temperature in that room, or you assimilate, meaning you kind of fall in line. I acculturate. When I walk into a room, the room is mine. Like people, I used to make the joke like, I can't be late to an event. It ain't gonna start till I get there. Like, I can't be late. No, you 20 minutes late. I'm actually early.
You and Lauren Hill, Shawty.
Huh?
That's it. You and Lauren Hill, Shawty.
Me and Lauren Hill. You know what I'm saying? And you don't start till we get there. But so the mathematics, all that shit I learned in military school, came home with that pro-black attitude, doing all of that with everybody, and showing that and teaching that, and I lost myself again. Oh, so that's why knowing my real roots was so important, because at age 12, 13, 14, this is what I'm talking to people about. I'm already changing my name. You can't call me, my name was Ricky. You can't call me Ricky no. I'm Mustafa Abu X, just making up names until I found one that really fit me. And that's when I changed it to now to Rick Newman, of course. And that, don't change the name. I'm still dealing with my passport. They're trying to make it so I can't go to Costa Rica. They take it forever. So changing your name is not just all cute. It's not all glitz and glamour. There are some consequences that come with that shit. But my point is, J. Lou said this to me the other day. They're like, nigga, I know this shit means something. You changed your name. True.
But do you see the beauty in your journey? Like, you was already, before you even got to this point to know who you really were, you was already, your answers was already moving through you.
It was. And I'm going to tell you, last year, and I think I've talked about this on the podcast. I know you two know that, when I went home, to deal with Aunt Joyce in D.C. for a couple months, when I came back, I went to Macon, Georgia to be with my father's side of the family, who I didn't have a relationship with. I went to get to know them. And so I spent like damn near a year in Macon just getting to know my family. And I love y'all. If y'all watch, I love you. I'm so happy I did it. But it's kind of full circle moment for me because I knew my mother's side. I knew that side. And I did that 50% of me was from Macon, Georgia. I didn't know my family was from here. I didn't know them. You know what I'm saying? So now I know the Georgia side. I know why I was drawn to Atlanta. I know why certain things make sense to me because 50% of my roots are Georgian. It's Macon country niggas. I get that now. You know what I'm saying? And then DC, I get that now. And now I get my ancestry. I know I'm part of the Igbo tribe. You know what I'm saying? Nigerian. So it's like really getting to know yourself. I've learned more about myself in the last year, had more pain with all the fucking death. But I've also learned how strong I was by dealing with that shit. And the 23andMe, it just really like I know I'm Nigerian. I was guessing like I could probably be Nigerian, Indian, I could be brand Nubian. I'm probably from a tribe called Quest. I don't know what I am. You know what I mean? Like, what am I? But now I know
you
my
got
tribe.
the truth now. You got proof.
I got the proof. And you know what's so cool? Ask me what the Igbo word for hello is. Just ask me.
What's the word for
Okay,
hello?
I'll spell it for you. It's spelled N-O-O-O. Now ask me how you pronounce it. Just ask me.
N-O-O-O-O?
Yeah, with the dots on the bottom of the O's and some different shit. Now ask me how you pronounce it.
How do you pronounce that?
New. So the Igbo word for hello is new. And they call it a warm greeting. I am a warm greeting. I am. Like, well, who are you? A warm greeting.
Right.
So it's just so cool to learn these different things. And now I can like buy different things, try different dishes. You know what I'm saying? What kind of food does my tribe eat? What do we like? What's our temperament like? What's our attitude like? Is that why my temper's so short? That's why I get mad so quick? Is that why I'm charismatic? Is this why I want to do the podcast? Because I'm Igbo? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And the process that J. Lou told me to talk about was you get the kit, you send off for the kit, pay for the kit, whatever you do, you get the kit. You can't eat or drink for 60 minutes. Then you swab your mouth for, I don't know. No, you don't swab. You have to, it's a little container. You have to spit into the container until it's filled. And then once it's filled, you close it, you seal it. It has an envelope. You put it in the envelope, seal that, drop it off at the post office or in the mailbox, send it to them. They notify me maybe 3 weeks later. We got your spit, nigga. We got your spit. It takes about 2 weeks to go through all your spit and shit. And then we're gonna holler at you. And last week they sent me my results.
And it comes via email.
It was via email, but then I downloaded the app. So now I have it on my phone. So now the app is just easy to access and got probably little different things in there that you wouldn't get in the whole email. But they will also do a book, and it's cheap. It's $40, and they put your whole DNA ancestry in a book, like a coffee table book. I'm about to cop that joint and put that on my table because I know this is something I can pass on, to my family. Like some of my cousins on my father's side is in 23andMe. Some of my cousins on my mother's side have done it. And when me and Ashanti finally have our children, I can, show them their history in a book. It's right there. You know what I'm saying? It's right there.
How much was the kit?
I actually got the kit for free, based on a promotion. But I believe the kit is $99 and it's $69 a year to unlock everything. Because it'll tell you about your DNA, your health. With this DNA, maybe it talked about insomnia. Like you may suffer from insomnia. Everybody knows that I do. So you can learn different medical risks. You may have high blood pressure. I do. I'm like, these motherfuckers know all my shit based on my DNA. Like, you're probably an amazing lover. Like, God damn it. What the fuck is this?
Silly.
Who are you even talking to? What the fuck is going on? So, but it's different things about your body that they can tell, of course, through your DNA, through your genetics. And they can, put you up on game before it happens. So in my reports, they talk about depression. We all know I suffer from depression. Insomnia. So like on insomnia, to give you an idea, it says something like, Burger said they're about to clone me. Burger, the world would only be so lucky. The world would only be so lucky.
But we need a world full of warm greetings.
Exactly. A world full of warm greetings. So it talks about insomnia. It talks about ways to combat your insomnia. And if you do the, what do you call it? The once a year, the $69 a year, it goes into more detail, which is, helpful if you want to know about your body and know about your DNA. So it's not just where I'm from, where my people from. You can learn more about your body and how to maybe prevent certain cancers or how to combat things early or what kind of diet you should have. So it's bigger than just knowing your history, even though knowing your history is the part that attracted me to it. but I will be doing the full thing. Because why wouldn't you? You know what I'm saying? If I came this far,
Can't wait to do mine.
yeah, man, I can't wait to see. We can all be cousins.
Hey, you never know.
Y'all not Ebo. I can tell. Y'all not Ebo.
I can tell.
I'm trying to.
I know a lot of Nigerians.
Now you know one more.
Yeah, but you know what? That didn't surprise me at all.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, a whole bunch of aggressive little niggas running around and shit.
A whole bunch of aggressive little niggas.
Bumping in the motherfucker, all righteous and shit.
So
and,
silly.
Hey, Jackie.
The shit fits you to a T though.
I bet. Hey, Jackie.
You see this shit?
You see this shit?
I knew that was coming. Okay, I'm sorry. What's our next topic? Because I'm ready to talk about just speaking of that. BMF was good.
You know what? Let's go ahead and skip right to it. Then we're gonna skip down to our Netflix and chill if I can ever find a drop.
Netflix and chill. What does that even mean?
So, but this is also part of the Nipsey Hussle Award. So let's address it this way. Let's go. We're gonna do it both.
If it's sports, if it's fashion, if it's music, if it's hustling, whatever, you're on a marathon, you know. So
you're on the marathon, and I definitely want to give the Nipsey Hussle Award out to Big Meech and Lil Meech. Lil Meech for his portrayal in the TV show BMF, keeping his daddy's legacy alive, learning how to act, becoming what I think is a damn good actor.
Hell yeah.
And then Big Meech is said to be released from prison in 2025. I have a unique relationship to BMF, very distant, but it's unique in the fact that some of them Making Boys was a part of my record label. And they would always tell me about the BMF culture and all that. And how Macon was. And I'm like, I got cousins in Macon, but I ain't nothing up. I didn't know them that well. I just knew they was in Macon. And he told me the Jeezy story because Jeezy was in Macon, and he's telling me about BMF and how they was running stuff. This is 2005, 2006. And so I started buying all the documentaries, everything that Meech put out, I was buying. Any articles I could find them, I was reading or watching. I think this is before YouTube, or right around the time of YouTube, maybe. And I became obsessed with BMF. And then I found out everybody got locked up. And I was like, bullshit. Like, why they lock everybody up? They're the biggest rap label ever. And I still have some of those documentaries on DVD. This is how long ago it was. I got this shit on DVD.
Yes.
And I, of course, was not in Georgia. I was in DC. And they were telling me stories, and I was hearing them, and I was impressed. Like, God damn, we need to get our game up. We lacking, nigga. We ain't doing it like them. I had no idea how much we wasn't doing. I thought they was like at a 10 and we was at a 2. I didn't know they was at 100 and we was at a 1. I didn't know what was really going on. But they was doing it way bigger than anything we tried to do. Except we did have the biggest nightclub in DC, and we wasn't there popping bottles. And you know what? I'll tell y'all my story another day. Shout out to Swan. You know what I'm saying? But I
see you, your comment. Kenneth said he can't get into the show.
I like the show. I'm into it maybe because of the information I knew before the show is kind of drawing me in more.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if I'm biased. I like it. I don't know.
Well, Kenneth, I'm into the show because I lived it. Like I seen the BMF parties. I seen how the clubs were crazy. Like, I was clubbing around the time.
Meech and Jeezy. That's how everything fell apart. It was Jackie. If y'all want to know, everything fell apart. Jackie.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
No, but so I guess I'm enjoying it because, and I think a lot of people from Atlanta was waiting for this season because this is when they come to Atlanta, and a lot of people was going to Magic City. I personally wasn't going to Magic City, but you were in the ambiance of BMF. You rode downtown, and when you seen that BMF billboard, you knew you was finna hit the city. Like it was before it was So Def billboard, then it became that BMF billboard. So, I guess I'm into it because I was in Atlanta club scene and clubbing and saw the impact they had.
Yeah. J. Lou, have you watched the show at all?
Nah, I mean, I'm be watching that shit.
Yeah, you know I'm watching shit. But I'll say I definitely like the show. The season premiere, I thought was a little lackluster, but I know they got to set the story up. You got to set it up.
Normally gonna start anything. You gonna start a little slow.
Yeah.
And build up to it.
I'm excited to see what's going on. They had 2 Chainz on this episode.
And
Lil
Neo.
Baby's supposed to make
Shout
a
out to
cameo.
Neo.
And Neo.
Because I had to look twice like, is that Neo? Okay.
Right. and Neo in character with the little finger waves back in the 80s. Neo, right? Neo killed his part.
He did.
2 Chainz did a good job, but Neo
Man, 2 Chainz, of course, remind me of a South Side College Park nigga. Like, nigga, we ain't fucking with y'all. I loved it. But yeah, Keelan, you got to get into it. And I guess I understand because, you know, I used to work for Big Cat Records when Jeezy and Gucci was beefing. So, I mean, I don't know, I was in the culture. So I love it because I like to see the other side of things, you know, being in it and seeing things happen. And then you see it on screen like, damn, like I was living that. Like I saw like the downfall. I saw the rise. I saw how these clubs were crazy. The club scene, you got to give it to BMF. That's why folks make it right now because they had the club scene crazy.
And I'm gonna throw y'all a little tidbit, taking it back to Diddy. It was a BMF party that Diddy was there. One of the guys from BMF, Wolf, left BMF to be Diddy's personal security. It was at the BMF party in Atlanta. Another record label CEO was there from West Coast. An argument ensued between BMF, this East Coast guy, and this West Coast label guy. Big altercation ensued. The BMF guy that worked for the East Coast dude wound up killing somebody. The BMF guy name was Wolf. The East Coast dude he worked for name was Diddy. And the West Coast dude, executive whose friend was murdered, was Suge Knight. So the Diddy Bad Boy Death Row beef started at a BMF party where one of Diddy's boys killed one of Suge's boys. And Suge just said, you behind this. This was you. And just put it on Diddy, like, your man, your charge. And they was never cool again after that. And then a few months later, Suge got Tupac out of jail. And the rest is, you know, history, as they say. But all that shit happened. All that shit, East Coast, West Coast beef started in Atlanta. How about that? How about that? East Coast, West Coast beef started in the fucking A.
Yeah.
I would say get into the show. I think, especially if you're here in Georgia, I think that we're gonna start seeing, because my knowledge of BMF, I think probably doesn't really come until next season. I think that if you're going by timeline, I wasn't hip to none of this early shit. I got hip when they was at the peak and on their way down.
Yeah.
So, you know, and that's probably next season. The stuff that I remember when Blue Da Vinci was out and popping.
Yeah.
I was late. I was late to the party. So I didn't get hip till that part. But and when Jeezy already had his record deal, that's when I got hip. Now also Jeezy's book. His book is called Adversity for Sale. Excellent book. I got it on Audible. Jeezy narrates it. He talks about the BMF days. He talks about J-Bo. He talks about Blue Da Vinci. He talks about Meech. He talks about the making days. And one of my cousins, you know, was out there with him. And we all know the name Pookie Loke was the one that was murdered by Gucci. Pookie Loke's, my cousin was Pookie Loke. Well, shit, Randy from the podcast was best friends with Pookie Loke. So I heard a lot of, you know what I'm saying, making shit, and then reading his book. Everything I heard about making, I'm reading in the book like, oh. And everything I heard about BMF, I'm reading in the Jeezy book like, oh. So it's just like, damn. Like I can connect all these damn dots. And between the documentaries, Jeezy's book, the TV show, the music, I can just, you know, I'm sure I'm missing pieces, of course, but I can make a nice little outline. And I'm loving the story. And I'm happy Meech is coming home. I can't wait to be at the Welcome Home Meech party.
Man, do you know how crazy Atlanta is gonna be?
I'm going.
Because you know they definitely gotta hit Magic City. That's gonna be retarded in itself. Do you know how many artists? Do you know how many artists are gonna be in that club.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
and podcasters.
Yeah, definitely. And it's gonna have to be a whole weekend. It's not gonna be just one night. It's gonna be a whole weekend.
No bullshit. Berg say he tired of drug dealer shows.
I'm with, but you know what? I'm with him on that. Like, I was thinking about the other day. Can we bring back like the black shows that used to have the message? You know, like Minister Society boys. Like, you know.
Yeah. I think that's where I'm at with it. I'm like, all right, I hope.
Because these kids messages.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't never want nobody to be in jail for so long.
Right.
Well, unless they did it. If they did it, shit, they did it, shit, whatever.
Right.
But what I don't want to do is him to come home and it be glorified what he did. I hope, I hope while he was in there, he was able to learn and, he can kind of, do something good for the culture and not come home and be like, yeah, I was a.
Yeah, and I think the TV show does a good job of humanizing him.
Yeah, that'd be good.
But you know what I think? I think that he's gonna learn a lot from his son.
Yeah,
his son is on the opposite side. If he grew up, I mean, of course he was in it, but he grew up differently. He wasn't really in the drug game like that, you know what I'm saying? And he turned it around to where he's playing his father. So I think his father's gonna be very proud, and I think he's gonna give him a different outlook, maybe, and different perspective of life. Because he's gonna be he's living through, he's actually playing his father, living through his father, but his father's actually gonna, I think when he come home, he's gonna live through him.
That's I hope that will happen.
Yeah,
for sure. What up, Zell? I see you. But I think that dealing with 50 and Meeks is gonna come home to, I think, a lot of opportunity. Maybe BMF Records becomes a real thing now. Maybe he goes that route.
Maybe.
Sign some young Atlanta cats.
Or he might surprise that we go all the way to the left and not even be affiliated with none of that. Like, turn his life around. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't, because I wonder how much money he's coming home to. Because you can come home and open up a Subway, a couple Subway restaurants.
But you know what? I will say this. I do see him doing a lot of businesses, because even though I understand what he did, he was a drug dealer, he was a businessman, he was smart. You got to think, this man had drug dealers from all over the world come together. So if he has that capability, he could definitely turn it into, as far as these kids now. You know what I'm saying? He could do something for the kids. So I see him doing more of like that stuff for the kids and trying to, change the whole violence thing, changes, because he's a big influence. So if he go to schools, talk to schools and talk to these kids, and I think he would definitely bring a big positive influence to these kids, because he's smart. I mean, just because he's a drug dealer, he's smart. He was smart.
Yeah, most of the drug, like, that's why, like, I have more sympathy for the soldiers than I do the kingpins, because the kingpins, they smart as shit. Like they
orchestrate, right?
Yeah, they deserve whatever the fuck, whatever happened, it happened. I think they understood the risk, they took it because what they got from it, they calculated it and they felt it was worth it. It's the crash dummies that I kind of get, a little sentimental for, like, hey man, maybe they shouldn't have had that much time. They wasn't right mentally. They got taken advantage of. So it's a little bit different.
Because even though, and I like the fact that his son, like, even though he was a drug dealer, all that, they always emphasized family.
Yeah.
And one thing about everybody that was around him, he was sweet. The head had a long run because everybody around him was eating.
Yeah.
Everybody treated each other like family. So he could bring that as well into, these kids now, as far as family, respecting the person next to you, all this jumping these kids and all this. No, that's your brother. What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I see him on the more positive side, and I see him turning his life around. I see him having a huge impact on his youth right now.
I could see him speaking. I could definitely see him speaking. If you watch the documentary that he put out before he was on a run, which is crazy as hell to be on the run from the feds and releasing a documentary. But I own it. I got the documentary. And he's like, you'll never see this again.
No.
A crew of hustlers this deep.
And we haven't.
Nationwide, and we not beefing with each other. He's like, we don't touch each other, girl. If you got a couple side chicks and you don't care, maybe somebody, it can be whatever. But if that's your main girl, everybody in this crew will back the fuck up off your main girl. Yeah. He's like, you'll never see this shit again. this level of organization with this level of caliber of dudes, you'll never see this shit again.
Yeah, nah, that's what. Look, that's most issues happen because of money and women. So if everybody eating and you ain't, you know what I'm saying, and you ain't doing nothing you ain't supposed to do with the other person, you'll be surprised how far, you know what I'm saying, things can go.
And the only reason why he had that is because he was respected and he showed respect and they showed respect for each other. All this love and all this, and we grew up together. And if you don't have respect for me, you're gonna do me dirty. But if you have respect for me, you're not even gonna cross that line.
Nori always asks, what would you rather have? What's his question? Is it respect or love? What is Nori's question?
Respect or loyalty or something like that.
Respect or loyalty. And I've always looked at it like, because I know the initial thing was always fear and love. Like if you fear me, you might kill me just because you're scared.
Yeah.
You know, respect and loyalty. If you respect me, you'll still line me up because you might respect that I'm too good. You might respect that I'm a threat. You might respect that you can't fuck with me. And that's a respect there, but there's no loyalty. So you'll still line me up. I respect the shit out of this motherfucker, but he got to go because he's too powerful. But if you're loyal to me, no matter what it is, there's going to be a certain level of respect because you're loyal. So I would always choose loyalty over respect because you can respect the fuck out of me and still stab me in the back. If you're loyal to me, you can't stab me in the back. Huh?
You could be loyal to somebody and still stab him in the back.
I don't know. Not loyal.
I've seen men and women, brothers that they've all
The
been.
definition of disloyalty is stabbing in the back.
Happens. I'm saying you could be loyal to somebody for 5-10 years and then it just comes to a point where I don't know where you're at in your life, but something happens and you could switch up.
And you start being disloyal.
Right.
But not loyal. So I'm only speaking of loyal. Okay. Loyalty. When you stop being loyal, then you fall into another category.
That's the same way if you stop respecting somebody.
Well, no, because I think that I look at it like if you respect me, that doesn't mean you won't kill me. That doesn't mean you won't set me up. That doesn't mean you won't hurt me. You can respect the motherfucker that and blow their fucking head off. If you're loyal, you're not gonna blow their head off. You're just not, because you're loyal. Now, if you stop being loyal, then you can do whatever. But if you are currently in a state of loyalty, you're not gonna do none of that shady shit. Something has to change to make you do that shady shit. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
But with respect, you just gonna. I respect the shit out you. Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Most people that beef with each other, they beef with somebody they respect. That's why they beef. Like I respect that nigga. His gang doing their thing. His podcast is good, but he keep bringing Jackie and J. Luke on, and their numbers are better than ours. We got to take them out. But you know what? Let's move on, man. Welcome home.
We on one tonight.
I called you. I said this gonna be one of them ones. That's why I put on my little crazy 18 color sweatshirt with the mess my goddamn shoes. I don't know if you can see it.
I thought since you had your little 23andMe results, that was
You know, my own girl with black power shirt.
An old cross color sweatshirt that you had brought out.
That's what we doing, Jackie. You know what? Cut her mic off. I'm gonna cut Jackie mic off. I'm tired of this.
It's the mayor. Stay fly. Stay high.
I can't believe they didn't sign me off that song right there. That's because I wasn't gonna take it up to Dookie shoot. They haters, young.
Oh my God.
They haters, young. They should have signed me, man. That's bullshit.
You ain't go to one of them parties, huh?
No, I ain't go. I couldn't make it. I had loyalty but no respect.
They write your name out quick. Oh, he ain't show up? X.
Exactly. I bet.
Want it.
Oh man, but I tell you who was at one of them damn parties, allegedly, Jerry Jones, because now our what the fuck stories of the week start off with his paternity test with this young little tenderoni. The kind of shit you was talking about you don't like, J. Lou, because this young chick 27. And we know Jerry Jones got to be what, every bit of 80-something.
How was it? Maybe this is old. Maybe this is a while ago. Well, shit, either way, yeah, but.
Oh, shit. No, you're right. I read this whole thing wrong. This is about a young lady who's claiming that he's her father.
Yeah, that's what.
I
Yeah, that's
thought
what.
it was the young lady saying that he's the father of her daughter. So this 27-year-old woman is saying that he's the father. Well, as you guys can tell, I didn't research the story. I was too busy checking out the Diddy shit in my 23andMe. Shout out to my emo tribe. Wow. Okay, so I had this whole story wrong. Wow, so she's 27 years old and she's suing him for a paternity test to prove that he's her father.
How did she find it? Like, what is the story? Like, how did she come to this?
In March 2022, Davis sued Jones in Dallas County, asking the judge to void a legal agreement. She said her mother, Cynthia Davis, reached with Jones 2 years after she was born. The 1998 settlement allegedly said Jones would support them financially as long as they didn't publicly say he was her father.
Oh.
Something, the married owner of the Cowboys has denied. Davis dropped that case a month later, saying she would instead seek to prove that Jones is her father. So she soon filed a paternity case. Jones and his wife, Jean, were married in 1963. They had 3 children and all front office roles with the Cowboys. Jerry Jones, 81, is the team president, blah, blah, blah. So I guess she had a trust until she was 21 and received a lump sum payment when she turned 24, 26, and 28.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the money will be gone after that. So she's looking at it like the money about the money. I'm 27. I got one more payment, then the money gone forever. And I guess she's like, fuck that. Keep these payments coming. I don't know what she's thinking.
I mean, we're getting the money?
Huh?
She wasn't making plans when she was getting the money.
I guess not.
I know. Normally, when they give you money, that's the people with the it's the same thing when the people win the lottery. When you giving money and you ain't got to work for it, you don't know how to keep it.
They say she's made millions of dollars from Jerry Jones. He sent millions of dollars to her. I could see you wanting a relationship with your father. It ain't all as cracked up to be. Sometimes you realize you don't even like that motherfucker. But I could see her wanting that. I don't know, man. That's tricky. Because your mother made the decision when you were 2. And you're like, okay, we got the money, but I want to know my father. Like, what the fuck? I want to go to a Cowboy game. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I don't know, because I got questions. I got questions because it's just like, did y'all ever talk over this year? Did you know? When did you find out that was your father? Like, are you just finding out now? Because you've been getting payments since you was 20? You said 24?
Yeah, but maybe the mother was getting the payments.
Yeah, the mother was getting the money, then start getting money later as an adult. Yeah, that makes sense. And
Okay.
I don't know, man.
He probably, Jerry probably thought he'd be gone by 80-something years old. He probably like, man, I'd be gone by 85, so it don't even, at that point, it really don't matter what you say.
I mean, but what does she want?
She wants to prove that he's she hasn't said that yet. All she says she wants is to prove that he's her father.
Oh, so she wants a relationship. Is that why she wants to prove?
I think I
don't know what she wants. I know what she's doing.
If they sign the paperwork, they should know that, you know what I'm saying? Like she should have that clarification that that's her dad. It's just that he made a choice not to be a dad.
Yeah, she might be like, I want you in my life.
Yeah, but you can't make nobody do that.
I know.
Hey, everybody know how them Dallas niggas. Them Dallas Cowboys.
Whoa, wow. This guy, man, you are on one today, J. Lou. I see you.
Everybody know it. Look, you can't trust no cowboy. Everybody know that.
That's right, Clarissa. That's her birthright. Regardless, you're right.
Yeah. Well, we know people who take things. People who take things from other people, they're called stealers. Like Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, they on this football.
Our other what the fuck story of the week that I definitely want to talk about is University of Florida terminated its diversity department because fucking DeSantos bitch ass has I can't say outlawed it. He's overturned it where the state of Florida shut down the diversity, equality, inclusion offices across the state. Diversity, equity, and inclusion offices. and the University of Florida is one of the universities that they had to shut that down. Florida is like, can we cut them off? They right at the bottom. Can we just like saw that shit off the map and let them float off some fucking way in the Cuba or something?
Oh.
I ain't feeling them, you know. They be doing some bullshit, and this is fucked up. There's so many people losing jobs. So many. The whole curriculum is gone. What happened?
So all of that money, where are they going to put it towards?
They're sending some to other schools. They're switching it over to different programs. They're going to keep the money. They're just not going to use it for the purpose that we thought. That's why, Clarissa, we want to amputate Florida. Plies made a post and said, like, we don't say shit. They cut off diversity funding, we won't say shit. They changed the shit in the school system, we won't say shit. But if it was a black person, we'd be ready to fight.
Who said that?
Plies. And Plies, you're right, dog. Yeah. Like, nobody said shit, dog. Like, this is, I'm going to read Plies' tweet. Dear Black America, they ban books telling our history, we do nothing. They pass a law and ban diversity, equity, and inclusion, we do nothing. We accept anything from them, but we'll beef with each other about anything.
True. You got a point.
It's disheartening, man.
It is.
I think we all know, I think we said it 18 times on this episode, how pro-black and how for the people in our history I am, to know that they're just removing this from schools right now. They need another new. They need somebody to teach the class during lunchtime like I did. They need
well, hello, new. Hello.
I'm about to go back to high school.
Hey,
teach during lunchtime.
There you go.
Gotta do something. Because it was that important to me. That is kind of crazy. I was teaching a class during lunchtime in high school. I was a wild boy. And
they was listening.
And they was listening. They was actually listening. Now, that's the craziest part.
I want to add to the what the fuck.
Add.
Did y'all see the footage of Six Flags?
No. I did not see it. What happened?
It was about, so this happened, what was it, yesterday, Jaylu?
Yeah, yesterday.
6 p.m., I think. They said it was about 500 to 600 kids. Now, the footage I saw was just of 30 kids jumping on one. But they said it was fights all over the park. First day that they opened, of course, was yesterday. And cops showed up. Some of the kids shot at the cops. Cops shot at the kids. One child, I think, is in the hospital. But no cops were shot or killed. But Six Flags, you know, there was a fight last year, and Six Flags had released a statement saying that it's getting irritated because Six Flags is being known as a babysitter drop-off spot.
Yeah, I saw somebody talking about that, how they like the parents is dropping their teenagers off, and you know.
But a lot of the comments underneath that video was saying a lot of parents knew about the fight. Their kids knew about the fight. The kids told the parents, "I'm not going," because I know they've been knowing it since Thursday that there was going to be a fight.
It was setting it. Yeah, they were setting it. Oh,
yeah.
These fools set tripping at the park.
And what's going on in Cobb County? We just had the shooting at the school in Cobb County. What's going on?
I know. You know, Six Flags probably like 8 minutes from me.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like it. I would say, you know what I'm saying, they used to do this back in the day, you know what I'm saying, you know, when we was younger, you know, they set up, you know what I'm saying, set up fights, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Normally, you would think if kids know it, they would let the authorities know on the front end. And if your parents know it, they would keep you away. Like, all right, now you can't go. You know what I'm saying? If something happened, y'all ain't going. It's like if everybody gather up, neighborhoods, you know what I'm saying, whatever, set up the fight, and then, you know, for it to escalate where they got guns, it's 30 people fighting one person, like
yeah.
It's a whole bunch of coward shit.
30 people fighting one person, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, on the video you see is they're jumping this boy, and after they disperse, you see him just laying lifeless on. I don't know if I'm sure he's okay. Hopefully he's okay, but he was just on the ground.
Yeah, you see what Burgers just said.
Not my mommy and daddy. So I know. And J. Lou ain't leaving here, and I ain't dropping mine all fever. Berg ain't dropping his all fever. He lying like shit, dude.
But I do remember back in the day. The most
he ain't dropping his all.
Flags. We snuck into Six Flags, but that was the most we did.
Yeah, like so, if the parents know, that's when it kind of gets squad. Like normally, like we had little stuff where like at a Subway something was gonna happen, but it was like done that day or the next day or something like that. Like it wasn't like you ain't had
playing
3-4 days to plan it out and organize. Like these little niggas, they organized going up.
First of all, let's keep it real, y'all. We didn't do jumping back then. It was very seldom. It was 1-on-1.
Yeah, it'd be a big circle and everybody go. But I tell you, I tried to fight this dude 1-on-1. And Burger was right there. And Bobby was like, 1-on-1? What's that? You swing, I'm swinging. I was like, God. But yeah, I mean,
like that, but it was never to the maximum of what's going on right
nah,
now.
this is wild. It'd be like 30 people.
30, 40. That's why I can't stand the gangs and all that stuff. Like normally when it was neighborhoods with us, it was like you had an affiliation with, like, you grew up with these people.
You kind of couldn't jump nobody because their niggas was with them.
Yeah, like it was you like, all right, look, how many they got, how many we got. It was that type
of. Hey, J. Lou, how many times you heard this? Ain't gonna be no jumping. Ain't gonna be no jumping. They go straight up. They going head up. Ain't gonna be no jumping. Like that was the speech, right?
Yeah. Or well, anybody get close, you know what I'm saying? Like that's when, and then it's everybody. But yeah, it's like, I ain't gonna lie, like to see looking at that video,
I ain't see it.
Yeah, like you guys, like you've seen it before, but I'm like, from looking at that video, that's how something happens later.
And see, on ATL Scoop, if you look at their stories, it's showing the kids, the footage of them running. You hearing all this commotion. It's crazy.
Because some of them ain't built like you know, like I was in, you know, like I was on the porch, like some of them ain't built like that. You're not built, you know what I'm saying, to have something and all that stuff. You like, all right, you will know something if a fight happens, okay, we all in it. But it ain't up to the level like, hey, we going here on hello when we seeing this is what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was kicking that boy.
Yes. It was because seeing his body afterwards, it was just like, because nobody picked him up, nobody was checking. I'm like, where's friends at? That's the first thing I thought. I'm old school. Where's friends at? Like,
so going there with 2-3 people and they got 30, everybody running. All they, yeah, man, these kids, they suckers. They hitting you from behind, and you know what I'm saying? Like they do little weird shit though. So I don't know. It's just sad, and obviously the optics didn't look good. You know, so to be honest, a whole bunch of niggas out there fighting looking like animals, and then and then they gonna, you know what I'm saying, say something different, you know.
Back in the day, you used to get fresh because you want to see some girls that you ain't never seen before that went in your school.
Hey, man, you got a brand new pair of drop socks.
Roller coasters together.
Hey, J. Lou, get a fresh pair of drop socks, get some brand new balance. If you ain't got a new ones, you get a toothbrush. You gonna be screaming them motherfuckers in your 1300s and your 996s and your 574s, your drop socks, your brand new jeans shorts, and a champion t-shirt. Nigga, you was walking out, man. I'm here. Yeah, fresh.
And what was your thing when you went to Six Flags? Let me hurry up and get in this line before everybody start getting in this line.
Right, get there early. We used to do that shit. Me, Burger, Kim Kamadi, Hook, H. Sometimes Peas would be there or Ivan would be there. Hook parents would take us. We get a hotel room. We would go. I think we would go in the morning. We stayed at night. I don't know how we did it. I think we would go drive to Kings of Man, go get through all the shit, then go to the hotel, check in, then go back and do all the rides and shit again that night. And the parents, they would leave us or they would drop us off in the evening. And then we knew to come back to the hotel. We had to walk the little mile or whatever to the hotel, or they would pick us up. But we was about getting as fresh as we could.
Yeah, but
and trying to holler at all the girls.
Like in the speech at the Burger Point, like what, you know what I'm saying, like y'all had a group, like, right? Like it was 3, you know what I'm saying, like 3 or 5, 4 to 6, something like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't like 400 people is going up, you know what I'm saying? It's scheduling. It was a little different. Like, all right, man, it's like 4 or 5 hours. We gonna go, you know what I'm saying? It was like we had that group that was going, you know what I'm saying, that was going with us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it was a little different. Like they deliberately, hey, the neighborhood is going, you know what I'm saying? Like it was different.
Well, all y'all kids, it was lame. What y'all doing is lame. It ain't cute. It's not what's happening. It don't make you cool. Y'all are all on camera. That's what I don't understand. Y'all kids just don't care. Y'all on camera.
Yeah, they you get that assault charge, and now you
right.
college career. You know what I'm saying?
And your parents don't care. GoFundMe. No, ain't no GoFund. You see what
playing
your kids
sports. They go for a year. It's a whole bunch of stuff that if they see you on that camera, like, yeah, you can't play for us this year.
Right.
That's gonna mess your sports up if you're doing that. College, they're gonna try to put you on assault, mess you up. They're gonna put this on your record. So you know what I'm saying? I'm like, something. It's never worth it.
I ain't never been in a situation where it was like a shit ton of us jumping on one dude.
No,
it wouldn't even happen.
Like he was
no. You get him.
Cause it was lame. The person that anybody want to jump in, we was threatening them. Jump in if you want to.
You see how Jackie said we was threatening them. DMF. I tell y'all, Jackie was with me today.
Whatever. Nah, it was just, we called it. I mean, I'm just gonna say we call that pussy. You did stuff like that, you was pussy.
Who called? You said we? Who was we? You, Meats, Lou Da Vinci, Jeezy.
You know what?
Who was me?
There you
Southwest T.
You know what? I ain't fooling with
No, we're gonna move on. And this next drop goes to those kids jumping that one kid being stupid. And it also goes to the people we about to talk about right now.
So dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
I hate to do this. I'll start with rest in peace. Rest in peace to Jam Master Jay, legendary DJ from Run DMC. Run DMC came out and said, hey, we was wearing the black leather and the Kangos and the Adidas because that's what Jay was doing. Jam Master Jay was doing that. He was the street dude. We was the rappers. And he influenced our style. Nah, we got to dress like this. Now on the block, we do it like this. We're not going to look like the Cold Cuts brothers and everybody, African Man Bottom with all the Zulu stuff. We going to look like hood niggas. We're not going to be them. We Run DMC. We different. So I get it. Jay was the street dude. Why the fuck is Jam? It's been revealed that Jam Master Jay, the legend, rest in peace, was killed because he cut his godson and another individual out of a drug deal he had planned. Why are you doing drug deals, Jam Master Jay? And I know that's like a fucked up question to ask to somebody who's passed away like that, but it's like, what are we doing? You are hip hop royalty. We got to learn to leave that shit alone, man. Yeah. Like, we got to learn to leave that shit alone. Not only are you hip-hop royalty, not only should you have been a millionaire, because running DMC got bread, apparently, but he was older. Like, what the fuck? And somebody, I found a story about a young dude that I thought was pretty cool, had a good head on his shoulders. He just got caught up in some legal shit, trying to make ends meet, whatever. He got to sit down for a minute. And somebody was asking what I thought about it. And I was kind of like, I get it. Sometimes, especially life of an entrepreneur, you be like, I gotta make this in me.
We don't know the circumstance. Just like we seen the Biggie story. He was telling Puff, like, I gotta do what I gotta do. Like,
yeah.
I hear you talking on this side, but bro, look, my daughter needs to eat. Like,
facts. But I couldn't imagine at my age diving. I'm like, dog, I'm already got legal shit going on, but for me, I'm almost 50. I'm not going to jail. I'm gonna have to find something else. I'm gonna figure it out. I couldn't imagine me right now going stand on nobody's corner. He could try to middleman some shit, which is I'm sure what Jay was doing, trying to middleman some shit. I'm sure he wasn't in it.
Yeah.
But it's just like, damn. Like, then you think about his godson killed him for getting cut out the deal. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Like, your enemies are close. I mean, it's always something. Look at Nipsey. It's always somebody that you knew or that is jealous of you, that is close to you, that you have probably, gave them your last at some point, went to bat for them. So in your mind, you thinking that would never happen.
And then they do it. Hey, J. Lou, That's why I'm watching Jackie Lou with BMFs. You don't know what's going to happen, though. She came and got us and set us, lined us up. You yeah, watch J. Lou.
Because get
Jackie.
Oh, don't worry about
I'm loyal to the podcast. I'm loyal to the podcast.
Are you loyal or you respect it?
But no, rest in heaven, Jam Master Jay. I will say this. I have a story. So I had the pleasure whatever. I had the pleasure with my son, my son was an artist. So I had the pleasure of actually meeting his son. He does have a son named Jason Mazel. He lives in Ohio now, I think, but he lived in Detroit back then. But it was just,
Wait. So you got ties to Detroit? I told you.
No way.
BMF.
I ain't fucking with Jack. You knew.
Hey, go ahead and tell your story. I'm gonna shut up.
But I mean, we had the pleasure of, and it was for me, it was a very monumental for me to be able to have my son in, like, I was like, this is a legacy. Like, do you know, like, bruh, like, because on his hands he has the sign that has his dad's name on his hands, but it has the red and the black, like Adidas, like how they used to have, Run DMC, the shirts they used to have. So he was digging his music, and we still cool with him. But I check on him around November, October. That's when his dad passed away. But I'm talking about, I just felt his spirit. I was just in awe just seeing him, because he was scratching and mixing my son's song and mixing it with, and it was just a moment for me, because I was able to see my son. He could meet Jam Master Jay, but he's actually in his legacy, and he's around him, and they look just alike. Oh my God.
Wow.
Crazy. It's crazy. So if y'all see Jason Mazel, Facebook or Instagram, shout him out, support him. He's still doing his thing. You do see him, like, he still tours, when Run DMC goes out and stuff and does what they do. He still tours with them, and he still DJs. So shout out to him.
DMC, I believe, has a Drink Champs episode coming out. I definitely want to see that, because he doesn't talk a lot.
Right.
He had the issue with his vocal cords, period, but he was very angry about some of the Run DMC stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he was very much like shut down. So I would be curious to see his Drink Champs episode and what he reveals. So shout out to the legends Run DMC. No bullshit. Adidas, All Day I Dream About Sex. Let's get it. Oh, my bad, sports. Whatever they said. I don't know what they said, but whatever it was. Another shout out to Sha'Carri Richardson, our Olympic sprinter. She's had some ups and she's had some downs, and
I love this up.
This is an up. She decided a $20 million. What my applause?
Can we get a hand? Yes, applause.
$20 million deal with Nike. And I am so happy for her. Sha'Carri, just stay on the right path. You know what I'm saying? I know J. Lou and Jackie gonna try to convince you to go out with them and smoke. No more smoking. No more smoking, Sha'Carri. Just win all of your Olympic medals. The life of an Olympian isn't long anyway. By the time you're 28, you probably be retiring, and then you can smoke all the ganja with Snoop Dogg and Jackie and J. Lou that you want. And just to stay clean for now. Just look at it like you're on probation. As soon as you're off, you can smoke. In the words of Stephen A. Smith, Sha'Carri, with all your greatness, all your talent, all your potential, please stay off the weed.
I think this is beautiful. I think she's learned her lesson. I think she's young. She made a mistake. Well, let me retract that. I don't think it was a mistake. Because let me tell y'all something. I was pissed when they was going at her about this, because I was just like, this woman just lost somebody in her life. Like, let her smoke a blunt. Like, what the hell is wrong with y'all? I'd rather her do that than be depressed and do something else. Like, that woman wasn't even able to grieve, and y'all are down her throat. Like, let her live. Like, y'all don't know what this woman is going through. And she had to hide all of that and still go through that and being criticized. So I'm loving this, because I commend her for trusting the process and not letting that deter you from your dreams and what you are set out to do. I think it's a beautiful thing. I love her. I always will love her. I think she is just amazing. This is beautiful. She is well deserved of this.
I agree. Like 20 mil. 20 mil is 20 mil.
Because they was counting her out and she didn't count herself out, and I love that about her.
When they beat they beat Jamaicans this past, you know what I'm saying? I knew things was gonna change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to skip around a little bit because we've gone a little long. I try not to be so long, but this was good though. This was good. So I'm gonna skip to I mentioned we talked about BMF. Love is Blind on Netflix. I'm still watching that. The final 3 episodes will be released next Wednesday. I love that show. I love all those shows. I love the idea, the experiment of just showing up and being with whoever was selected and working it out. I swear I'm gonna walk up to a woman one day like, hey, how you doing? I'm good. My name New. Oh, hey, New. Let's get married. And figure the rest of the shit out later. We just figure it out later, dog.
Yeah.
Are you single or not? We'll figure it out later. Like, I'm a good nigga. I'm trusting you, a good woman. Let's figure it out. Or if you're not, be your best self with me. I'm gonna be my best self with you. Starting 3, 2, now. That's how I'm getting married, dog. Like, I swear for God. And so I love watching them shows. Mia Culpa, I keep saying I'm gonna talk about it. Kelly Rowland, I think, did a pretty good job.
I gotta watch that. I still gotta watch that.
Oh, you still haven't watched it?
No.
Well, then we ain't gonna talk about it. But it's everybody's so in love with this sex scene. I think it's a good sex scene, but
you know, everybody's in love with that sex scene, just with her. Period. It's because Kelly would always have this mysterious little, I don't know, is she a little freak or is she the good girl that we think she is? So I think this really played out for her because everybody always had that question in their mind, in the back of their mind.
And especially when she started making all them freaky songs. Let me be your motivation. It's like, Kelly. Hold up, Kelly. We find out you really. I've been looking at Beyonce all this time.
Right.
I need to put my tongue in your butt. Well, let's leave it on there. Moving on. I haven't.
Right, J. Lou. That's the exact reaction. Okay.
Yeah, hold up.
Well, he over here cheating on Ashanti.
Well, she's cheating on, but have you seen Nelly lately? She been cheating on me too. Oh, I'm for the record, I have dated women with OnlyFans. I have known about OnlyFans. I am about to, for the first time, I'm going to pay for an OnlyFans subscription.
Congratulations.
Selema Mernins, whatever the fuck her name is. She's about to get my money. Like, dog. She is, God blessed her. She was chosen by God to lead the people. Like, I don't know. I've never seen a woman more beautiful with a better body. I don't understand how she exists. Now I know that she has an OnlyFans. I've seen the leak.
No, you know what you sound. You know what you sound like, New.
She's brilliant. She's brilliant.
You know what you sound like, New.
What's she do?
What I sound like?
Put your mama on the phone.
I don't go home again. I ain't never go. No. Jackie, I'm going to send you. I probably sent you pictures. I'm gonna send you more pictures, and I'm gonna send you the link to the leak.
Okay, so I can check it out. Let y'all know. I'm gonna let y'all know what he's looking at.
Shorty special, young. Like, I think she could definitely get. I would put her on allowance, dog. $10 a month, shit. I pay that bitch rent a month. I would pay her rent.
An allowance.
She would get an allowance. Like, maybe that's the gauge. I would date her. I would be with her. I would support her. I would give her an allowance. I don't know. I would marry her. Those are probably all the different degrees.
In this day and age, that sound like a sugar daddy.
Hey. If I go on Tinder, it ain't because I'm Splendor. I ain't call her a hooker, but I got some sugar. You know what I'm saying? But Shorty bad as hell. Jesus Christ. I haven't seen Donnell Rawlings stand-up special yet. I hear it's good. I hear it was good too. So I want to check that out. We'll talk about Mia Culpa. Y'all gotta watch Mia Culpa.
I'm gonna watch it.
We'll talk about it next time.
Yeah.
But before I let everybody go, Meek Mill dropped the project, the EP. Spillers Village and Earth Gang dropped the EP. La Russell and Hit Boy dropped the EP. Schoolboy Q dropped the new album. Cardi B dropped the single. No, it is a lot of good music. I really love French Montana's album that came out last week. I think it's the best hip hop album to come out this year.
Okay.
Schoolboy Q giving us some competition.
Man, let me tell you something. I'm a Schoolboy Q fan.
And
I was excited. I was like, he did what? Hold on.
He did not disappoint.
Okay. Good.
But I'm gonna tell y'all, man, that Spillers Village and Earth Gang EP, you want to check it out. That joke good. A song called Black Light. I love that joke. Meek Mill's new EP is decent. He got a song with Future I really like, but
man, Meek Mill's EP is on Twitter right now. Okay.
Exactly. Meek been flipping since that Championships album. He put out what I thought was damn near a classic. Everything he's dropped since then has been lackluster. So Meek, get it together. I don't know if you need to hang out with Diddy and get your mind right or what, but do something, dog.
With your matching outfits.
Yeah, with your matching outfits, because the music ain't been the same lately. I don't know. It ain't been the same. I do want to acknowledge before we leave that LeBron James reached the 40,000 point mark. Not against our Wizards. Happy about that. But it's 40,000 points, 11,000 rebounds, and 10,000 assists for his career. This motherfucker averaging a triple-double for his career. Well, as far as points, rebounds, and assists. The line, is he the GOAT? Is he this? Is he that? I don't know. The Jay-Z line that epitomizes LeBron James is as follows. There's never been a nigga this good for this long. Period.
Yeah, it's a factual statement.
So if LeBron wants to say he's the GOAT, I don't know how the fuck, what you gonna argue with? I know how I felt about Jordan and what I saw Jordan do, but it's never been a nigga this good for this long. Oh, what we gonna say?
Thank you, Clarissa. I'm sorry, a great podcast. Thank you, Clarissa.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. And I knew this was gonna be a good one. I was like, this is gonna be a good one. I was like, wait, where's Jackie? Oh no! Ah! She showed up right the nigga time to say the day. Superhero Jackie. But I would expect nothing less because I know that's what the kind of shit Meech taught you when you was in BMF.
Oh my God. You know what? I'm not with you.
He's snitching.
Just saying. But I do want to thank you guys for tuning in, especially you guys that stayed this late.
Yeah.
Please subscribe on YouTube. Go to the No Breaks New YouTube channel and find a Pod Named Kickback. Subscribe so you can watch every episode live. If you don't, you can please subscribe. Give us a 5-star ranking on Apple Podcasts. We need that. That affects sponsors. That affects sponsor dollars. And by the summer, I'm going to get the Patreon going again. The Patreon, we used to do brand new episodes just for Patreon. With all the changes that's been going on, I haven't been able to really jump out there and do extra episodes. But I'm going to get Jay Lou and Jackie to do some extra episodes with me in the summer. So make sure you guys subscribe to the Patreon. I'll let you know when to subscribe so you don't subscribe too early and be spending money and not getting your proper return. I'm not like Diddy. I'm going to make sure you get paid, and I'm not going to touch your balls either. See what I'm saying? This a win-win over here. This a win-win over here.
And I'm just gonna throw it out there, just manifesting. You know,
I touching balls. What?
Soon, I'm gonna No, I said I'm putting it out there. I'm manifesting. Oh my God.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
No, I'm just saying I'm manifesting. You know, later that we might do a live podcast where we have our fans come and see us live.
Hell yeah. Y'all better count on it. You better count on it. You better count on it.
Yeah.
What up, Randy? I see Randy tuned in. don't touch my cuz I will not be touching your balls. You can rest assured. But I want to thank y'all for tuning in, man. This has been a great episode. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I knew I would. I knew all the things we had to talk about. I was looking forward to it, and it did not disappoint. Jackie, you killed it. J. Lou, you killed it. This
you killed it too.
Well, thank you. This is a great episode. I'm gonna take us out. Matter of fact, You know what? I feel so mother freaking good about this episode. I'm gonna take us out with some music.
Okay.
Let me see. Who is my favorite artist? Who do I just love their music and just always listen to it? Like, they are so amazing. I love them. Like, thank God for them. Oh, I know who it is. Me. So what I'm gonna do, I tell you what, I'm gonna play the intro song and let you guys hear the entire song the whole time. So I'll play that, and thank you for tuning in, Kickbackers. Why are the numbers coming up? It's like people joining the podcast late. Everybody's saying it's over, y'all. Why are y'all just coming now? Like, what the fuck? What was y'all an hour ago?
Look,
And we coming in all
look, we
late.
didn't put the kids down. Look, we got
Yeah.
time.
It's cool. You can hit rewind and go ahead and watch the whole episode. This was a good one. This was a good one. So we're gonna get out here. As I always say, look at my hand. Draw full, draw two, skip you, reverse you. Draw four again. The color is green. Uno. I'm out.
You have to make
Y'all getting the whole song today, y'all. Jack, you ready for these bars? You need to have your son come on and get on this remix.
Christmas, she ain't got a lot to say. She did say she only comes around the holiday. She said she had some problems, told her let this rapper solve. We can mix my banana with her apple bottle. And that's a fruit salad. And my style is too tragic. Every day I create new addicts like blue magic. Now that's a double entendre, I'm a double up. Monster, this is G.O.V. life. What the fuck is up, partner? I know Eric Clay, the real Eric Clay, a piece of every Friday. That's the G.O.V. way. Stay pressure, prosper, get money, you'll get nothing. If you swing it everything, you bound to hit something. Best time to play the trick, 100 years ago. Second best time right now. In the studio, I stamp this beat. It's nothing to stamp. I got the hood open like a fucking mechanic. Been getting money, whole time, fucking bitches, whole time, rapping DC, whole time, smoking all your shit. Been getting money, whole time, fucking bitches, whole time, rapping DC, whole time, all your shine, whole time, doing this, whole time, doing this, whole time, doing this, doing this, I ain't stressed in the head, cause the money's gon' come, and if that bitch in my bed, then that honey's gon' come. You like this shit, yeah, my life's this shit. Just go like this bit while I write this hit, you know. New to man, your own is busy, successful like I'm Drizzy, the young boy. Get busy, I drink until I'm dizzy or till the bottle empty. I don't like big girls, I like them supermodel skinny. That's on fact, bitches mad at me, that supermodel envy. Need a new bottle like Henny, that's the new model, you hear me? They ask, what kind of bullshit am I on? I'm like, Dylon. So self-absorbed, dog, it's still about me. Never let you say how I should feel about me. Shit, I do what I wanna do, move how I wanna move. You don't wanna get hit, then get from in front of you. Money, whole time, said last time you couldn't get hard. Every time you come back, it's like she call you Brett Favre. Said you laid down on her, she said stop. That's a whole new meaning. You be tiring on top. I'm in the street or the club, really can't stand the house. Drinking high price champagne, I really can't pronounce. G.O.V. like hell yeah, it's a motherfucker. In a piece of popping bottles with my little brother Gutter. And spending nachos with my nigga Gatos. And we don't hit number one. Y'all gon' say we got close. Y'all gon' say we got O's. Y'all gon' say we not those. Fake and snap nose. Rappers who don't got those. Everybody wants to know why. It's the models and bottles and beers. Oh my. Just that uptown swagger. Look how uptown had her. Got her going downtown. What a uptown rapper. Getting money. Whole time. Fucking bitches. Whole time. Rapping DC. Whole time. Smoking all your shit. We getting money. Whole time. Fucking bitches. Whole time. Rapping DC. Whole time. Smoking all your shit. Whole time. Whole time. Doing this. Whole time. Whole time. Whole time. Doing this. Whole time. Whole time. Whole time. Doing this. Whole time. Whole time. Whole time. Doing this. Whole time.
That's New the Mayor. That wasn't No Breaks New. That was New the Mayor. DC Legend, Ass Bomber. Thank y'all for tuning in. I used to rap, now podcast. Joe Budden stole my whole image, but I'm still going, man. 12 years straight. 12 years straight. Thank y'all. I love y'all. Uno, we out. Oh, this Two-Face Wild Boy.